Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Xion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah, the biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute... That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Xion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
It's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
I'll clear the way through.
I've got your back.
Rotating power!
In here!
Oh, too shy to
Divine
swallow.
Savior!
Here, one for the ranged attack.
Lightning condemned! Sleep now.
No further!
Seal!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And comfort to me!
Sweet dreams!
Vision!
Take that!
Blood, rending you apart!
Lightning condemned!
Negative gate!
Seal! Sleep now.
Divine Savior!
Be still!
Make it rain!
In an instant! Impact block!
We can really make weapons with this?
Let's see what you've got.
I see you there!
Dream!
And I'm back!
Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose in life?
The waters have creeped acid!
Resonates almost too strong. The enemy here
Split it
are
open!
too.
Be my
We'll
guest!
see about that!
This one's mine!
In here!
Everlasting
Holy Land!
I'm ready! Show me! In an instant! Impact block!
Together, there is nothing that can stop.
Got it! went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Sleep now.
Flaming meteor!
Tidal wave! These ones can run rings around us. In here! More for the stockpile!
I'll smash you!
It's on!
This one's mine!
Here goes! Magic advance! In here!
Tornado drive!
Divine savior!
Stand
Sweet
back.
dreams!
I'll trip it up.
Watch this! It's the everlasting...
I'm ready! All yours, Kisara.
Barely a blip on our radar.
What is this?
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Sleep now. In here!
Hitting pile driver!
Soaring blast!
That may be the thorn in our side.
Arctic waterfall! Sleep now. Tidal wave!
Resonate with the earth!
Here goes sword! One last one! Here goes!
Take this!
I'm ready! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Lightning condense! In here! Sleep now. Divine savior! Here's another! Sweet dreams! Here goes! One last one!
Smash you! Do it!
Lost! Demon's descent!
Flashing bang!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Sleep now! Seal!
Resonate with the earth!
Tiger blade!
No seal can stand up to these things!
Bloody darkness!
We're not getting
Divine strength!
I can carve through armor!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Now I'm real mad!
Shut him down!
Rip and tear!
Divine strength!
Air pressure!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
ground.
Divine Savior! You'll pay for what you did!
Can't get out of this.
Here goes! Bullseye!
Going in.
Here goes!
Make it rain. Shield from
Alvin!
calamity.
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Benediction.
Going in! Vanquish darkness!
Heal.
This one's mine!
Eat it.
Divine! Dance in the wind! In here!
Do it.
Alvin! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Onward and upward.
Dance in the wind! Not on my watch! Malevolent!
One more.
Arcane Waterfall! Freeze Lancer! Now
Tiger Blade.
expect...
I can
Dance
leave
in
your
the
roots
wind!
like a
Sleep now!
piercing roar. Dragon. What's this?
Go get it!
On the ground. Look sharp.
Lightning condemned!
Shield from calamity.
Sleep now!
A debut performance.
Seal! Divine Savior! Here's another drive!
Make it rain.
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer.
Let's refrain from losing.
Blade in here! Holy Land! Here goes! Instant! Bullseye! Dragon Spear! Pierce the evil!
Now you see what I can do.
Here's lightning condemned!
You should have messed with me.
Here's another! Look where that came from! Field! You got this! Field!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Illusion! Magic is out! Holy Land! I'm back into the fray! Annihilate! Bullseye! Pierce! Lightning condemned! Falling stair! Sleep now! I'm only getting Tiger Blade! Divine Savior! Glacial Power! Annihilate! Here's another! Judgment Spin! Tectonic Touch! Tiger Blade! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Go get him! Freeze Falling Storm! I'm just getting started! Fury! Burning Strike! Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Going in!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade.
Seems about right to me.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
forgive you! Arctic waterfall! In here!
On guard!
Lunar corruption! Tidal wave!
Piercing roll!
I'm on it! Lightning condemn! Seal!
Glacial
Sleep now!
This one is
Blah blah blah!
Watch this! Eagle fly!
One last one! Lightning!
Armor won't save you!
It's
too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up. In a bind?
Lightning condemn! Seal! In here! Lunar corruption! Divine saving! Go get him! This is it! Vanquish darkness! Into the shadows!
Make it rain!
Annihilation!
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Reynolds usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Feisty one, eh?
I never miss! Sleep now! In here! I'm only getting ready to here!
Cut that gun out of your hand!
Got you now!
Armor won't save you!
Here's
No,
my
no, no.
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
See ya! Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! I can do this all day!
That frigate gun!
Make it rain!
That Dion! Astral energy! Full throttle! Here I go! I'm only getting started! Go skill annihilation! Lightning condemn! Seal!
The enemy wields our troops.
You'll soon see about that! Pierce evil! Go! I'm only getting one and weak! Go get him! I'm ready! Here goes!
Now I'm in
One
the
last
groove!
Freeze Lancer! You get the death spear! Pierce evil! I'll be saving this laser! Razor Cyclone! Ice Freeze Launcher! Here goes! Razor Cyclone!
Eagle assault!
Here
Now
goes!
I'm in the groove!
One last one! Here goes! Pierce evil! Illuminate the dark! Holy Lance!
Eat this!
Here goes! One more! Bullseye!
Watch
Searing
this!
flame! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I feel sprightlier than before.
My best!
This one's mine! Lightning condemned! Sleep now! Seal! Lightning! Divine! It's a duel of the arts! Take that! Throw it here! Here's evil! Astral energy! Full throttle!
You got flyers!
I've got! Take that! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Bullseye!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Will this help? This one's mine! Charge, Malevolence! Arctic Waterfall! Sleep now!
Watch this!
Tidal Wave!
Their arts were interrupted.
Razor Cyclone! Blah, blah, blah.
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Magic is in! Magic is in! Holy Lance! Go get it!
Appreciate the help.
You get the dead.
We're taking too many hits.
More of the stockpile. I'll heal you. You alright?
Now you've gone and ticked me
I'll
off.
be okay.
Blah, blah, blah. That's a divine savior! Here's another. Tiger Blood.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Hit! One more! Take it! I'm only getting started! Laser field!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Blah, blah, blah! Divine savior! Here's a burning strike! One laser field!
Now I'm real mad.
This one is mine! Ice prison! Freeze laser!
This one's mine.
Take this!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Here's a hit! Go get it! Lightning
I'll finish you here and now! Now I'm in trouble.
Magic is in!
This one's mine.
First aid! Lightning blade! Dragon blade! Not on my watch! Do it! Nothing! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Step back! This one's all law!
Looks like some solid equipment.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
A barrier. That may indicate Almadria is near.
Then we've got to find a way to get through somehow.
Let's see if we can find something that'll release it.
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegus?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
Be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Lightning condemned! In here! They really don't give up, do they?
You got spirit!
Here goes! Here goes! Lightning condemned! In here!
Eat this!
Holy Red!
Glacial fire!
A comfortable win. And thus our strength yet grows.
I can't wait to start making our meal.
Ooh, we having something new to eat?
Yep, now that we have all the ingredients. I'll do my best!
Fight you on it!
That's enough! Freeze laser! Lightning condemned! I'll take my revenge on you!
Oh my lord!
We got fire!
I've got here! Let a marksman handle it!
Smash you!
Oh, yo!
My shield?
Blah blah blah! Save your
Damn it!
One last one!
Do it! Go in! Hey! Pull them away!
Switch!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Save with darkness! Doubling!
Light burst forth!
Radiant citizen!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Backing down!
Lightning condemned! Field! Sleep now!
Piercing roar!
Here's a hero! Savior!
You think that shield will save you?
Got you now!
Here! Lord of
Fear, pierce evil! The waters of creation!
Magic is am! Tidal wave!
I can carve through war! Then split it open!
Be my guest!
Do it! Stockpile! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Razor dynamite from Magic is am! Here's evil! Magic is am! Holy land! Power of water!
On your knees!
Heart malevolent! Big waterfall! In here!
Anything in order is all
Tiger blade! Tidal wave!
Eagle assault! On guard!
Field!
First strike! Tiger blade!
Blah blah blah! Magic! Field!
On guard! That's
Blah blah blah! Magic! Divine savior! Luna corruption! Luna blast! Watch and sweep! Fade with darkness! Certainly not bad. No complaints here. Hi, Hoodle! By the power of Swallow Steel! Magnet! Eagle Assault! Tidal Wave! Radiant! Here! Glacial Spear! Here's Evil! Lightning Condemned! Freeze Lantern!
Leave the impaling to me. Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Lightning Condemned! Thunderblade! Glacial Spear!
Do it! Jolene! Blow them away!
Lightning Condemned! In here! Holy Land!
Make it right! Jolene! Blow them away!
Everyone hanging in there?
saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Divine Savior! Here goes! Blah, blah, blah. In here! I'll be saving you, stolen storm! Burning! Blah, blah, blah. Magic! Here goes! Divine Savior! Here, let me help. Go get him!
Don't get complacent.
Go no further!
Shield and
Here! Holy Land! Malevolent! I'm the true gunslinger around here. The waters of feet. Blah, blah, blah. Magic! Tidal wave! Radiant! Here! Take this! Vanquish darkness! I'm only getting started! Annihilation!
The enemy will die too.
You'll soon see about that! Freeze Blaster! Do it! Here's the law! Demons descend!
Flashing fang!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Great spear! Here's evil! Maybe this one! Freeze Lancer!
Heals and face!
Do it!
Dust to dust!
Radiant Dazzling Spin! One last one!
Tiger Blade!
Hit! One more! Purge Malevolence! Magic
Radiant
Here! Freeze Lancer!
Now I'm in the
Radiant
groove!
Here! Vanquish Darkness!
Whirling snap!
Divine Streak!
Make it rain!
Tourmaline!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Looks like we won.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? We've reached our destination.
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this dish.
Have you guys... checked your equipment lately?
You can never... never be too prepared. But did we have to... spend so much? Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Stay sharp. We're going in. Go no further! Here I go! I'm only getting started! More where that came from! In here! Now shall escape my judgment! Lightning can... You'll have no mercy! Here goes! More where that came from! Art seal! Sleep now!
Damn it! It's too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up.
One last one!
No further!
I'm on a roll! Lightning burning strike! Seal! Pierce evil! In here! Freeze Lancer! Divine Seed! It's going in! Lunar Grip!
Talon Hurricane!
Barely a blip on our radar.
No choice.
On my lord! Sleep now. Fire away! Here goes!
Do it! Yukara, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Lightning
Resonate with the earth!
in here!
Strong.
Split it open!
Seal!
Be my guest.
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Onward and upward.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
None shall escape my judgment! Lightning condemned! Careful! It has some kind of camouflage!
The rebel! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Magic is out! Seal! Here's a healing line! Your art! Does it! Here's another! Lightning condemned! Sleep now! I'll get you baby one! Holy land! Fire flame!
What's this?
Lightning condemned! Seal!
Tiger flame!
Here! Here's a healing line!
Here and now!
Here's a Lightning condemned! Seal! Seal!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika!
Seal!
That frickin' does it!
Armor won't save you! Piercing roar!
I'm real mad!
Lightning condemned! In here!
I'll tear you apart!
Light!
Do as I say!
That's fun! Blah, blah, blah!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
This one's mine!
Arcane waterfall! Here goes!
This one's mine!
Bullseye!
Rip and tear!
Healing circle!
Eagle assault! Appreciate the help!
Lightning condemned!
Spin!
Lightning condemned! Sleep now!
Away!
Seal!
Piercing roar!
Their arms were interrupted! Take that! One last one!
Look! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Hit! Vanquish darkness!
Glacial spear! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! Streak!
One more! Tiger blade!
Lightning condemned! In here! Holy Land! Metal Ray! Ice Prison! Here goes!
Rip and tear!
Not on my watch! Desperate spin! Bullseye!
Go in!
You get the gist! Thunderblade!
Glacial
Here
spear!
goes! Pierce evil!
This
Bullseye!
one's mine!
Vanquish darkness!
Crumble!
Cover the counter! Go get him!
Talon hurricane!
Here's another!
Pieces! Attack time!
Close one! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Blah, blah, blah!
Far enough!
Thunderblade!
You made me angry! That was a bad idea!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
It was a close thing.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah. Like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be? Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Out of our way! In here!
Now you see what I can do! Eat this! That's enough!
Bullseye! On the field! Here's another! Lightning!
Its armor's too strong.
Be my guest.
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Divine Strike! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Go! Freeze Lancer! Lightning Condemned! In here! Sleep now! I'll be saving this one! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Dispose of the trash.
Arctic Waterfall! Freeze Lancer!
I'm on it! Come and get it!
Those flying creatures are real pain in the butt! Charge malevolence! Blah, 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 magic! Lightning!
See what happened
Freeze
there as you
Lancer!
crossed me. Should have done that.
One last one! Blah, blah, blah!
You're mine! Hear it now!
I'm on field!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here, let me help! Lightning Condemned! First aid!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that! Blah, blah, blah! Thunder Blade! Here goes! Tiger Blade! One last one! Hey! Take that! One last one! Gemini Charge Malevolence! Arctic Waterfall! Freeze Lancer! Now here goes! Going in! One more! Focus your attack! Bullseye! Here goes! Radiant! Here! Lightning Condemned! Seal! Here!
Now
Sleep is none shall escape my judgment! Blah, blah, blah! Magic! Sleep now! Divine Savior! Spirit Flame! I'm out! Lightning Condemned! In here! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike! Seal! Here's evil! Freeze Lancer! This one's mine! Magic Condemned! Divine Savior! Go get him! Bullseye!
Make it right!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
It was a close thing.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
I'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Now you'll learn!
Gemini Alpha! Lightning Condense! Seal! Holy One! Lunar Corruption! Fire Support! Go Kill! Make it rain! Lock! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Days Water Gun! Weak now! This one's Vanquish Darkness! Glacial Fire! Divine Strength!
Do it!
Alpin! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Lightning Condense!
I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
With this, I can become even stronger!
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Well, we've only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Miennes. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Mesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you! You get the gist. Feel! You get the gist. Blah, 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 that's it! Feel! You get the gist. Divine strike! I never miss! Feel! Here's a healing blah, blah, blah. First not in your dreams! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Magic Kazam! Feel! Holy Lamp! Hit! Here's another! Bullseye!
Ignite!
Feel! Sleep now! You get the gist! Divine Savior!
now. Cover the casters! Annihilation! Radiant, look here! I'm out of ammo. I've still got some fight left in me. Magic is there! This one's mine! Sleep now. Divine Savior! Take that! One last one! Here!
Sword Alpha! Burn!
Here goes! Feel! Magic is there! Sleep now. Mega Ray! Divine Savior! One last one! Vanquish darkness!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power.
Get ready! Look sharp! I'll heal you all!
Save you!
Healing circle! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Here's glacial spear! Take that evil! Freeze lancer!
Know your
In here! Holy not in your dreams! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Purge! Blah 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 magic! Freeze lancer! This one's here's mine! One last one! Into the shadows!
You picked the wrong...
Mega Ray! This one's mine! Annihilation! Radiant here!
anything in armor is all mine.
Tiger Blade! Here, where that came from! Here! Mega Ray!
You'll pay for that!
I'll bring you back from today's death! Ready to go! It's weakened!
This ends now!
I still got the fight left in me! Here's a healing condemned! First aid! Field! Glacial spear! Sleep now! Here's evil! You get the gist! Divine Savior! Here's a healing arc!
Can't get out of this.
First aid! Thunderblade! Close one! Lightning condemned! Where are you going? In here! Here goes! Blah 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 magic! Sleep now! Divine!
Do it! Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Purge the... Sleep now!
The earth throbs in pain.
They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on her.
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first.
One more!
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah, take it away.
No! Can't end here!
No! Don't leave me all alone here.
Come now! I'll heal you all! I've still got some fight left in me. Healing circle!
Appreciate the
I
help.
should do it!
From death to bit. Let the marksman handle
Double
it.
Demon Fang!
Divine strength! Lightning condemned! Seal! Holy land! Here goes! Go get it! Burning! Will this help?
You will suffer!
Arctic waterfall! Freeze lancer!
My judgment, Brian! Run.
Better! Ray!
Behold
Sleep now.
my true power!
That looks bad.
Wits about you, people!
Divine Savior! I'll bring you back from death to bit.
Burn in hell!
Here goes!
The winds of judgment blow your way! All the impending calamity! Chaotic disaster!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, they're mine!
Time to shine!
Not in your dreams!
Not done yet!
Sleep now. Sealed. Magic is in! Divine!
Rising wave! Breaking through! Rising wave!
Just what the doctor ordered. I'm out. Sealed.
Their arts were interrupted.
Illuminate the dark. Sleep now. I'll heal you all. Blah blah blah. I'm healing. Sorry.
I'll bring you back from death a bit.
I let my guard down.
Resuscitation. Lunar blast. Better! I'll bring you back from death to bit! Divine Savior! I'll bring you back from death to bit! Here's another! Resuscitation! Here, let me help!
No,
Here's another! Turn! Let them march! Handle this!
I'll smash you!
Lightning condemned! In here! Here, let me help! Blah blah blah! Holy Lamb!
Double demon fang!
I don't have much left! Just what the doctor ordered! In here! Arc sealed!
Just try and run.
In here!
You will
Divine Savior! Here's a healing arc! Blah blah blah!
Can't be happening.
Thunderblade! One more!
Behold my true power.
Her master core.
Not while I'm around, she isn't! Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Here's evil! I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! You don't scare me!
Go for it, Rinwell!
Here! Hit her now! Sleep now! This one's mine! Here's another! One last one! Here's evil! Not in your dreams! This one's mine!
Far enough.
Ignite!
Lightning condemned! Sleep
You
now!
will suffer.
Pain.
Demon fang!
Blah blah blah! Thunderblade! I'll end you! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Xion!
Alvin!
Xion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Leori. No! Wait, please. Wait, I... What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Niori. Shion. I... Damn it.
Pierce! Slash the shock! Mirage! I'm not done! Strike! Slash the shock! Mirage! Slash the shock! Demon Fang! It's on! Here I come! You're mine! Slash the shock! Devastation! Hurricane Thrust! You're finished! Devastation! Stardust! You're mine! Eat dirt! You're mine! This should do it! You're mine! Slash the shock! Hurricane Thrust! Stardust! Devastation! Strike! It's over! You're mine! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Slash the shock! Here I come! Slash the shock! Stardust! Hurricane Thrust! Hurricane Thrust! Stardust! Devastation! Double Demon Fang! Crush! Raining Slash! Blow away! Slash the shock! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! I'm not done! This one's all mine! Pierce! This should do it! Here I come! Pierce! Slash the shock! Hurricane Thrust! You're mine! Devastation! I'm not done! Slash the shock! Devastation! Hurricane Thrust! Lunar Rondo! Strike! No escape! Pierce!
Alvin?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, Where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle? Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danins, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danin defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends. Go no further!
blade!
Freeze Lancer!
Rising wyvern!
Lightning Condensed!
Down on the ground!
Sleep now. If it hides, just back it out again.
Time to let it rip! Double demon blade!
Magic is there! Divine Station!
No further!
Don't suffer in
Lightning
silence.
Devastation! Lightning Condensed!
Here!
Seal!
Destruction!
In here!
Double demon
More where that came from! Take that! One last one!
devastation!
Down on the ground!
Huh. Here's another!
Shine! Radiant light!
Lightning
Force of
Condensed!
regeneration!
Seal!
Regenerate!
Sleep now!
Here I come!
The enemy wields art.
Ready! We'll soon see about that!
Take this!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! Gusty nails! Go get him!
Air pressure!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Blah blah blah! Magic! Holy Lance! Huh.
Rising
Take
wyvern!
that! Lightning Condensed! Thunderblade!
I'm ready!
Doubling!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Xion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Xion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Xion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Xion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Xion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the Spirit Channeling Ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen.
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting. To strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is, that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. you're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people! If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry. This way, I guess.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zuko policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Tiger Blade! Dusty nail! Too much to handle? Sleep now. Seal!
It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
I'll smash you! Flaming thrust!
No further.
Lightning condemn! Sleep now. Seal! Divine Savior!
An astral arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer! Look sharp!
Vanquish darkness!
Rotating pile driver!
Falling storm! Tiger
Divine
Blade!
strength!
Through escape.
May a thousand gales carry you to shreds!
Tiger Blade!
Seal!
Look sharp!
It's too fast.
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Anything in armor is all mine!
You get the gist! Thunderblade! Blah blah blah! Thunderblade!
Make it rain!
Dopaline!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Scream.
Here goes! Bullseye!
Bloody holiday!
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine. Let's get going. Thistlein was founded by Danan's fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Okay.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I wonder if we can use this.
You sense one of your pals, Hootle?
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hootle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out. May 1,000 gales
tear you to shreds!
Swallow blade!
In here!
Demon fang! Demon fang!
A whirling struggle! If they rush you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Far enough! Resonate with the earth!
Field!
Stalagmite! On
Sleep
your
now!
Devastation!
Goodbye, savior!
Take this!
Go get him!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! Gusty nail! Here!
Dazzling spin.
A comfortable win.
There it is. That's our target.
Is that the Zugo we're looking for?
I'll do my best.
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! Field! Not on my watch!
Can't get out of this!
Are those arms even natural?
Penumbra!
Gusty nail! Too much to handle? In here!
Resonate with the earth!
Sleep now!
Finish it!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Lightning
Finish
condemned!
it!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menancia pride.
Gotta break through!
Lightning condemned! In here!
Denied!
Illusion! Magic is dead! Sleep now!
I'll take out the weight with my shield.
Field!
Demon fang!
Sleep now!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara! One last one!
I have no limits!
Vanquish darkness!
Demon fang!
Divine strength!
Demon fang!
Hit! One more!
Devastation!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! Gusty nail! May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! In here!
Tiger blade.
Cyclone! Arch steel! One last one! Ice prison! Here's another! Hit! You get the gist! Sleep now! I'll be saving this one! Holy Wind! Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
With this, I can become even stronger! Sleep now.
Here I come!
Sleep now.
Time to shine!
Divine Savior!
Rending you apart! Bloody hard!
Divine Turning Blade!
Rending you apart!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
A charge like that could
May
easily be
1,000
fatal.
gales tear you to
Just as
shreds!
well, I'm here to stop it.
In here!
I owe you one of that!
Cyclone! Ha! Take that! Vanquish Darkness! Divine Strength! Law! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
A comfortable win.
I'll do my
Lightning
best.
Condemned! In here!
Down on the ground! Sword Rain
The
Alpha!
glacial fire! Sealed!
You're mine!
Divine Gale! May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! Sealed! Cyclone!
You! Raining Slash! No further! I could do without this pain!
Sealed! I'll be saving this one! Thunder!
Rupture! Try harder!
Too much to handle? Tiger Blade! Go get him!
Destruction!
Leave the charge.
Eternal devastation!
One level up! Here's the lightning
Double
condemned!
demon fang!
In here!
Finish it! Radiant
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer.
Shine!
It's loud, loud, loud! In here!
Regenerate! I'm
Divine
ready!
Savior!
All yours, Kisara!
Don't get complacent.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Ready and wear it! Demon fang!
In here!
Eternal devastation!
Divine Savior!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malachite!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
What? Bestow thy mystic...
Lightning condemned! In here!
He who prepares
Seal.
will regret. Another incantation ruined.
Shine! Radiant
Magic
fang!
is there! Divine Savior! May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
Bestow thy...
I'm hurt bad.
Flash Circle! Hurricane
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malachite!
Seismic rupture!
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
On your
Sleep now!
rising wyvern!
The close one! A whirling struggle! Magic is in! Cyclone!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Demon fang! Demon fang!
May 1,000 gales hit us! Don't get in my way! May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! Gusty nail! May 1,000 gales... I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
I wonder if we can use this. Yeah.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
Seriously? Is this
May
a joke?
1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
I'll face you.
Sleep now.
Can't get out of this.
Here's a whirling struggle. Cyclone! Ice prison!
Rending you apart.
Razor cyclone!
Eagle tiger blade.
Sleep now. I'll be saving this one.
How about this?
Illume magic Azam! Sealed!
Armor won't save you.
Blah 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 magic divine savior! One last one!
Do it.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Demon's descent!
Flashing fang.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Little help!
Far enough!
Blah 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 magic in here!
Do this all day.
Blah blah blah!
Eat this. Whirling
Blah, blah.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Blah 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 magic divine savior! Here's another! May 1,000 blah blah blah! In here! A whirling struggle! Magic Azam! Cyclone! Lightning condemned!
Look sharp!
In here! Magic Azam! Sleep now! May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds! Sealed!
Appreciate the help.
Cyclone!
Denied!
Come and get it!
Here's another! Ice prison!
Do it! Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away!
I'm ready for the next battle!
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
You make sure to rest too, Hoodle.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did, just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was astral arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. Night, everyone! Another day, another Gald.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What?
Really? Dohalim. Dohalim. I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leave the preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll, trust your judgment, Kisara.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?